Did you know that right now, as you're watching this, there's a living creature inside almost every single person on Earth that is still evolving faster than any animal on the surface? It has its own DNA, its own goals, and scientists say in the next 20 years it could change humanity forever. This is not science fiction. This is happening inside you right now. And recent studies are uncovering just how deep its influence goes. The creature that is still evolving inside your body right now affects 2 to 3 billion people, evolving in real time, recent breakthroughs. Meet Toxoplasma gondii, often just called Toxo for short. This single-celled parasite currently lives in the bodies of roughly 2 to 3 billion people. That's about 1 out of every 3 humans alive today. It's in your brain, your muscles, your heart, and it didn't just get there by accident. Let's start with its origins. Toxoplasma was first discovered in 1908 by French scientists Charles Nicolle and Louis Monceau, who found it in a North African rodent called the Gondii. But it wasn't until the 1930s that we realized it could infect humans, often through contaminated food or water. Fast forward to today, and it's one of the most widespread parasites on the planet. This thing has been with humans for at least 10,000 years, probably longer. Evidence from ancient DNA suggests it co-evolved with early agricultural societies when we started domesticating cats. Cats are its favorite host, the only place where it can sexually reproduce. But it can survive in almost any warm-blooded animal, including you, me, and even marine mammals like dolphins. Here's the crazy part. Toxoplasma is one of the most successful living things on the planet because it literally changes your behavior to help it spread. We'll dive into that next, but first, understand this. It forms cyst-like structures in your tissues that can last a lifetime, quietly waiting. Studies on infected mice show they lose their fear of cats. They actually become attracted to cat urine, a fatal attraction that gets the mouse eaten, allowing the parasite to reach its cat host and spread eggs through feces. Humans get infected by touching contaminated soil, water, or undercooked meat like pork or lamb. Now here's where it gets scary for us. The same manipulation happens in humans, just subtler. Infected men show higher testosterone levels and increased risk-taking behavior, like driving faster or starting fights. Infected women become more outgoing, warm, and even more attractive to others, according to some controversial studies. Multiple studies link it to higher rates of car accidents. One Czech study found infected drivers are 2.6 times more likely to crash. It is also tied to schizophrenia. People with the parasite are up to 2.7 times more likely to develop the disorder, possibly because Toxo messes with dopamine levels in the brain. And get this. A French study showed people with Toxoplasma in their blood are 2.5 times more likely to start their own business, linking it to entrepreneurship and bold decisions. But it's not just mental. It can cause physical changes too, like slower reaction times or altered smell preferences. Experiments show a large variability in effects, especially between rats and mice, but human data is mounting. It's not full mind control, but it's subtle manipulation, and it's still evolving. Recent research shows Toxoplasma gondii is evolving resistance to drugs, making treatment harder than ever. At the same time, trials are exploring ways to target it in human brains. Another major discovery. Chronic Toxoplasma infection is now linked to broader effects on physical and mental health, including fatigue, anxiety, and even obesity in some cases. Researchers found it alters gut microbiota, leading to dysbiosis, an imbalance that could explain mood swings or digestive issues. Studies reveal that infection can seriously disrupt brain function in intermediate hosts, including humans, by interfering with neural signaling. And papers on recent advances highlight how Toxo's genome is mutating rapidly due to global travel and climate change, spreading new strains worldwide. One Brazilian strain killed healthy adults in days. Doctors had never seen anything like it, and models predict similar evolutions in urban areas. Worst-case scenario scientists are quietly discussing right now. Modern hygiene, indoor cats, and antibiotics have weakened the average immune response to Toxoplasma. If a new aggressive strain appears, and it's already happening in South America and Africa, Billions could face brain inflammation, encephalitis, vision loss from ocular toxoplasmosis, or worse. Global research trends show toxoplasmosis is a rising zoonotic threat, with no effective vaccines yet despite its public health impact. In places like Brazil, prevalence is over 60%, while in the USA it's around 10 to 20%. Climate change is making it worse by expanding cat populations and contaminated water sources. Imagine a world where subtle behavioral changes from widespread infection lead to more societal risks, higher accident rates, impulsive economies, or even shifts in politics from altered decision-making. But here's the twist. Some researchers believe Toxoplasma might be keeping us alive longer or sharper in unexpected ways. A Czech study, infected people over 70 showed slower cognitive decline, possibly because the parasite produces anti-inflammatory chemicals that protect against Alzheimer's. It might even boost creativity. Anecdotal links to artists and innovators who test positive. But let's bust some myths. No, it doesn't turn you into a zombie, and most infections are asymptomatic. However, pregnant women and immunocompromised people are at real risk for severe effects. So is it a monster, or an accidental ally that has been with us so long it is part of being human? Evolutionarily, it might be a symbiotic relationship in disguise. Blood test IgG antibodies cost $20–50 worldwide, available at most labs. Global stats: 60% of people in Brazil, 10% in USA, 30–50% in Europe are positive. In Asia, rates vary from 5 to 50% depending on diet. No vaccine yet, but human trials are being discussed in research congresses. Practical tips: cook meat to 160 degrees, 71 degrees C. Wash vegetables thoroughly. Wear gloves while gardening or handling cat litter. Change daily if you have cats. Keep cats indoors to reduce hunting. Freeze meat for 3 days to kill cysts. If pregnant, get screened early. For treatment: drugs like pyrimethamine work for acute cases, but chronic is harder. Ongoing research into natural remedies like artemisinin from wormwood shows promise. So the next time you feel fearless, impulsive, or just a little bit different, maybe it's not just you. Maybe it's the creature that's been evolving inside your body for thousands of years, and it's not done with us yet. With breakthroughs, we're on the cusp of understanding, or controlling, this hidden invader. Drop a comment right now. Have you ever been tested for Toxoplasma? What's your wildest theory on how it affects behavior? Yes or no? I'm reading every single one. If this video shocked you, smash the like button. Let us get this to 10,000 likes and I'll make part 2. The parasite that can make you rich or crazy. Subscribe and hit the bell, because the scariest mysteries aren't in the past. They're living inside you right now. Share this with a friend who loves cats. They might need it most. Thanks for watching Earth's Hidden Frame. See you in the next one.